Ezra Ginsburg here from Hockey Manitoba, and we're pleased to be joined by Hockey Manitoba official Josh Blondeau. Josh, how are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me. Means a lot.
And before we get started with some personal questions, I just wanted to allow you to briefly introduce yourself.
Yeah. So my name's Josh Blondeau. I'm 28 years old. Live in Brandon, Manitoba, with my fiance and two dogs. I'm a full-time firefighter paramedic when I'm not in a rink somewhere. Yeah, that's kind of the Coles notes on me.
And I wanted to start off by asking about the Centennial Cup. This past year, you officiated at the 2025 Centennial Cup in Calgary. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it was a great opportunity. Kind of had that goal set for myself all year. The In the fall, I was invited to Hockey Canada's OPOE Western Camp, and from there, kind of like I said, set that goal for myself, and was very, very grateful and very fortunate to receive that assignment from Hockey Canada, and then I got to share it with a fellow Hockey Manitoba official, Wyatt Rapsky. So going out to Calgary to do a high level tournament like that, it was for my first one. It was a great group of officials, and memories that will last a lifetime for sure.
I wanted to ask you about the transition from player to official because you were a good hockey player. You played in the Manitoba Junior Hockey League. So, what was that transition like for you going from a junior player then to an official officiating in the Western Hockey League and the American Hockey League?
Yeah, the my only regret is I wish I would have traded in the stick a little sooner for the whistle. No, my time playing, I wouldn't have traded it for the world. Met a lot of great people. Still have a lot of good friends from it. And yeah, the transition was pretty easy. I took some time off at first to start my career path within firefighting and paramedicine, and then I started missing hockey a lot. So I just wanted to get back into it and figured that officiating was the best way to do it. Stay involved in the game. I'm a very active person, so knew that that would be of benefit to myself. And yeah, it was just a really easy transition, especially working in the Manitoba Junior Hockey League now, the league that I played in for 3 years. Being familiar with the arenas, the drives, a lot of the coaching staff from different teams, it's still kind of all familiar. So it's been a really easy transition for myself.
And you've already mentioned that you work as a firefighter and a paramedic in Brandon. And I wanted to ask you how your line of work has transferred into when you officiate.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of similarities. Team dynamic for sure. We work a 4 on, 4 off schedule, so two 10-hour days and two 14-hour nights. You're with your crew for those 4 days there. So I mean, you get to know each other really well, and nothing works if the team doesn't work together, right? So being able to be a part of a group and striving for something bigger than ourselves is definitely kind of always the goal. And yeah, it's been really good. I think another similarity is our communication skills. We're going in and seeing some tragic situations, helping people on what could potentially be the worst day of their lives at some point or sometimes, pardon me. So yeah, just kind of remaining calm, being clear with our communication on what needs to be done, and obviously to our patients, being clear with them as to what treatment we're doing, what we're doing on the overall scene, and yeah, just limit any confusion. So those two are the big ones for sure. The team dynamic and the communication skills that go hand in hand with both my career and officiating.
You just mentioned remaining calm, and that's what I wanted to ask you about how you remain calm at a fire, and what skills do you use when you're trying to help stay calm when either a player or a coach is yelling at you or getting elevated during a game.
Yeah, I think I think as in the two worlds, my career and officiating, I think the stress is it's two different types of stress, right? When I go to work, a lot of the stress that we encounter is can be very, like I stated before, very tragic or life altering at times. And I think with not to downplay hockey in any way, but it just doesn't compare in my mind. I understand that it's still very serious, and teams are playing to get to the playoffs to get those 2 points that night to eventually try to win a championship, right? So it's not that one's more or less, but just they're different in their own regards per se. But I think for myself, there's still similarities in how I deal with it personally. I think kind of being goal oriented and knowing that there's a job to be done and multiple tasks to complete. Just kind of knowing where the end goal is and kind of always striving for that. I think discussing whether it be with my crew on shift at work or my teammates that night, the three other officials, kind of having those discussions on what we want our day to look like at work, what we want our night to look like at the rink, kind of so there's no confusion. So just, again, goes back to a lot of communication skills and kind of making sure everyone knows their role.
Who have been some of your mentors and influencers in your career thus far in officiating?
The biggest one for me is my cousin. I'm sure you guys are probably very familiar with him, Ryan Galloway. Can't say enough good things about him as a mentor, but more importantly as a person. And I know it's not just for myself. Any young official, any official or any person at all, he takes any amount of time to work with them to answer any questions they may have, whether it be officiating or just about life. So to have him as a family member and a mentor in my corner has been a huge gift of mine, and I'm very grateful for him. There's also been so many friends that I've made along the way in the world of officiating, kind of all across Western Canada, not just Western Canada, Canada in general. And I think just to kind of summarize that, just our peers that we're in the rink with on a weekly basis. You learn so much from them, and it's a tight-knit group. And lastly, I would say I do owe a lot to Hockey Manitoba. I got into officiating a little bit later in my life, and the amount of support and guidance they've given me to get me to where I am today, I couldn't have done it without them. So just very grateful for all the help in my life.
What would be some general advice that you would give young officials who are looking to potentially get into high performance officiating, or just general advice for young officials who might be in their first, second, third year and are just looking to improve at whichever level they're currently at?
Yeah, I think just have fun. It's like I said earlier, it's one of the best ways to stay involved in the game, whether you're out of playing early or later in life like I was. Hockey's the best game in the world. It gives so much to everyone, and to remain part of it, it's amazing. So just have fun with it, learn as much as you can from everybody. And then for officials wanting to get into our high performance program, I think that's where it kind of, you turn it up a notch. I think you almost treat it like a second job, right? The people that are in the high performance program take it very seriously. We owe it to the game to be able to keep up with it. So fitness levels are very important. Rule knowledge, I think it goes without saying, very important. So making it a priority, treating it as a second job, and putting your best best self forward every time you're on the ice.
What are some of your future goals or current goals as an official?
I think for me, I'm an overthinker, and I like setting goals, whether that's a 5-year, 10-year plan. Um, but just keeping it basic, just keep learning. You're never at a point in your life, whether it's officiating, your job, or just life in general, where you need to stop learning. The moment you do that, I think the ego gets a little too big, and that's where you start running into trouble. So a goal of mine is just always keep learning. Obviously, I have tournaments in mind and advancements that I'd love to achieve, but I think if I can just keep a positive attitude and keep learning from supervisors, directors, and my peers, I just hope all those other little things that I mentioned, they follow.
Thank the Stripes is this weekend, and we're going to be celebrating all of our officials across the province. Why is it important to you for officials from across Manitoba to be acknowledged and celebrated?
Well, simply put, hockey doesn't happen without officials, whether it's grassroots all the way up to the pro levels. You can't have a game without officials. So these men and women, boys and girls, are dedicating their time to serve the game. They're taking time away from their families, other commitments, time with friends, and what have you. So I think we just owe it to a group of officials, and specifically the ones in Hockey Manitoba, to applaud them for their sacrifices and dedication to our game.
Josh, thank you so much. I know you're a busy guy, so thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. It means a lot to be asked to do this, so appreciate it, and thank you again.